Wow, interesting.
Hey, give me just a second. I forgot to add a camera. No, Pepe, you're just gonna have to wait a quick second. People want to see you. People want to see you. Uh, come on. Sorry, Lynn, it's gonna take a second.
Are we live?
Yes, we are.
I did not realize.
Doing it live.
Yes, I'm doing everything live.
Sweet dulcet tones are coming at you.
Hello, everyone. Hey, it's Tuesday, so I'm just going to show him to the camera, and then we're going to... So as you remember, last week, we rescued a cat from outside. So this is him. This is Lucky. He's a scruffy old man, but no one has claimed him. So he's staying with us. He's also very wet right now. He's a weird cat.
Shower cat.
Yeah, he actually, when I went to take my shower last night, he went into the shower before me, while the water was running. And he just walked around, and then decided to leave. But yes, he's fine, he's tiny, he can... Night one, he jumped out of his gate, so there's no point in trying to... Yeah, he's very spry. That said, hello everyone, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to our second session of Shadowscar. I will be your storyteller for the night. I have with me our three wonderful players. I'll let them introduce themselves, and then we'll just recap real quick what happened last time and move on with our game. Let's start with the person to my right on the overlay, and that would be Lynn.
There we go. Hey everyone, I'm Lynn, she, they, and tonight I am playing Aya, she, her, former teen idol, current Shadowscar agent, who is a little nervous that her first assignment is back home, basically, but in the criminal part of it. So we'll see how that goes.
The seedy underbelly of home.
Yeah, not the usual spot that she's used to. So there you go.
Up next, right beneath me on the overlay is Yutai.
Hello, I'm Yutsai, he, him. I'll be playing Oro, a one-armed, hardworking guy who is not used to all this science stuff, but is going to try his best.
And last but not least, we have Justin. I was going to call your character name. We've got Justin.
I am Justin, playing Captain Harrison Solo, who is very eager and excited on his first job and happy to be here with all his compatriots out on this gig that just has seemed to be getting more and more exciting, and he doesn't know why Aya is so peckish about this job, even though she keeps telling them not to use her name, and he has wondered about that and almost stopped himself, but he's good so far.
And for all of you watching, last week, when we kicked off our campaign, our agents met with their brand new handler, the absolutely not cursed Mr. Benjiro, who seems to be harboring a lot of secrets and a lot of things to prove. But this very enthusiastic handler got our group together and told them of a mission, their very first mission. Basically, there are these two Kappas, twins actually, two brothers who have been causing no end of trouble. As we know, I'll just do a quick recap of the lore, but basically all of the yokai that remain after the Veil War are still sort of furthering the agenda of the King of Hell and of the corrupted Izanami. And so these two have been, for the most part, just causing like chaos, minor crimes. Bank robbery was probably their worst. And they're here tonight at this very lavish auction that is taking place in an abandoned space station in the world of Refuge, which is basically Earth. Thousands of years in the future, Earth was destroyed by the yokai during the war, and so everyone lives in these massive space stations. This is where Aya comes from. And so there's this big auction event happening, and for some reason the brothers are there. We don't really know why, but for once the Shadow Scar team knows where they are and can deal with them. As we left our group last week, the auction was going to start, I believe, in 45 minutes. And if it wasn't 45 minutes because I said an hour, it's now 45 minutes. I'll remind you all that there's two major rooms in this sort of section of the space station. One has been, so this is like a big repurposed sort of rundown warehouse where they hid most of the more like ramshackle aspects with these big screens that display all the items that are gonna go on auction. And you have this little sort of VIP area that is guarded, I should say, by an armored individual. The only person so far who seems to wear armor here. You've noticed an old man taking notes and rambling to himself, and you've spied one of the twins through the door as a server went out of the VIP room. The door swung open and closed, slid open and closed, and in that brief instant you managed to see the orange ill-fitting zoot suit of either Daisuke or Hachi. They're in the VIP room. You don't have any confirmed ways of getting or invitations into the VIP yourselves. And just as you were like taking in this whole thing, that is happening, I'll remind all of you, in zero gravity. So you've got your magnetic boots. I hope you remember how to walk. And you've got your little packs to navigate connected via a wired remote into your hand, which pretty much everyone has here. These packs are discreet. A lot of people have managed to either hide them or integrate them into their clothing so as to not have it look too out of place. Theoretically, music is playing in-game, but theoretically, out of game, y'all should hear music. And like announcements. And speaking of announcements, the last thing that was announced before we ended our session was the sort of jewel of the night, this one like major piece that is sort of perhaps the most popular or the most sought after at this auction, and it's blueprints for a military drone. I should specify stolen blueprints of some experimental military drone. So we're gonna head back into our little room. Not a massive room. I'll remind you, you managed to find 3 security cameras.
Yes.
Armored person. Then there's the crowd.
Okay. Codename check. I remember I can't. You're not the name you'll hit me if I say. She points at you. Not Aya.
Junko.
Junko. And Captain?
That's right. Good captain. And How are we gonna deal with this? One of them's in the back.
Well, remember, they always have eyes on each other, right? So, one of them's... If we saw one go inside the VIP area, the other brother's probably in there either too, or he's got some kind of eye on him.
Probably within focal range, probably. I imagine.
I mean, could always catch him when... What are they here to steal?
I mean, probably the drone that has components from, like, different worlds. Probably impossible to actually exist here unless something's gone wrong.
Drone?
Is that in our job description? Like, should we be concerned with that, or is that like, oh, well, okay then?
Well, I mean, you can be as concerned as you want. It's not part of your objectives to retrieve
The secrecy
this
between
or-
the realms, is that part of the job?
Ooh, yes, definitely. No one is aware that there are other worlds.
We want to keep it that way.
You want to keep it that way. I'll remind you that in this game, in Shadow Scar, thank you for the reminder. 2 mechanics that I'll remind everyone. There's the alert level, which is currently at 0. This is how aware people are of your presence and your meddling with their reality. And of also the whole like yokai thing. It did happen like Earth in Refuge was destroyed. But it happened so long ago that like no one has seen these monsters in forever. And then you also have another mechanic. I'll remind you all that you have Enio on your character sheet. Please tell me I said it right.
It spelled like that.
Enio, yes.
INYO.
Oof. For some reason I thought it was Onyo, and then I thought Oyo, and then I thought Final Fantasy. Enio is this mechanic where it's basically a sort of luck mechanic that you can use. It can, if you fail a check by a margin of 1 success, you can just use your Enio and succeed automatically. Or in combat, you can use your Enio to give yourself +3 damage to an attack you make. However, you only regain it after I have used it against.
So not at the session start.
Not at the session start, but I did. So for everyone watching, what we did say during session 0 is, in combat, I will use Enio against you, like as soon as possible. And when it comes to skill checks and having this -1 success on a skill check, then I will use it on the next like relevant skill check. Sometimes I might like skip and it's gonna be like the second one, but that's basically it. So if you use it, just know that I will be actively trying to make you get it back. To help
Because
you
it's
get it.
sort of like, from what I was reading, it seems sort of like a yin-yang type thing. Like it's supposed to be a push and a pull.
Exactly, it's
Push pull.
very much yin yang.
Well,
All right.
secrecy is the name of the game. There's one security room with the 3 cameras. I think that's, if something does happen, that's probably the best way to make sure no one else finds out what's going on. I don't think the brothers are going to come quietly.
Oh, certainly not. Right.
So you're gonna cover the security room, you say? Because
I mean,
this drone.
Well, let me put it this way: I am not dressed for a bidding war. He holds up this very like motley, standard issued spacesuit. Meanwhile, Junko's. I don't know how you did that, but that was a really nice quick change. That make getting out the work clothes so much easier after shift.
That was a gift, but it works well enough.
I'm just gonna lean real close and just be like, "She's actually from this world," and then I'm just gonna nudge him slightly.
Oh, so it's like one of those. It's like, is that something one of those smartphones can do? You got like a quick change function?
Yeah, kind of. It's just a lot more rare here than you think it would be.
Oh,
A little
wow.
expensive.
So we split up to our specialties, eccentricities.
I think- Yeah, I think you're on the right path. I think having each of us get in separately and cover different areas would probably be best to figure out what they're doing. At least if they're suspicious, they won't see the three of us coming in at the same time.
So we have the drone that shouldn't exist,
Which shouldn't be
security to be taken offline to make sure no one records any of this, and then the brothers, which is probably the most important since that's the whole reason why we're here.
I think if we do everything correctly, we can get the brothers together. Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, they'll all come together. And then we can get them together.
Do any of us actually believe the brothers are going to like bid in an auction, like fairly with money?
Oh no, they're going to rob this place. And when I say that, I say it very loudly.
There's a few people that just turn around to look at you, and you can see in their face that, like, of course, like, whoever they are, of course they're gonna try to rob the place. Like, why are you pointing your finger at us? Like, duh.
That was our idea.
I mean,
Everyone's here
yeah.
to steal shit.
Not done. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think yeah, you're right. If they are trying to rob something, they would be. It'd be dangerous. Everyone here is well armed, and it's not just like knocking over one of those vending machines. These people will shoot back if something bad happens. So, or worse. They're probably gonna try and be a little more secretive than the other couple incidents here. So.
Yes, not a smash and grab.
Yeah. Wait, didn't they rob a bank
They
earlier?
robbed the bank, yeah, yes.
Was that here or a different place?
It was here. Or it was in the
Oh, well, then they do have money, I guess. They could just bid for this thing if they robbed an entire bank. I thought they were just going to steal it after someone else.
That's actually a
won it.
good point. They might yeah.
Do we have money? Did our handler give us an
Benjiro-
allowance?
Benjiro chimes in and goes, the money they stole from the... Sorry, agents. The money they took from the bank was never retrieved.
Why would it be? We'd probably spend it on the good life. That's what I'd do.
Unless... Well, quick question for world stuff. Like, do all cryptids... Do cryptids have differing motivations based on the cryptid? Like, some are freewheeling, some are just destructive? Or do they, like, work toward an end?
I would say, as far as you know, there's maybe like a 1 or 2% of all yokai that manage to free themselves from the mind control, the hive mind in essence. The others, even though it's not like they're not actively being controlled, they are still sort of pushed to that goal, mind you, and that's why there's an entire clan that tries to deprogram them, because now that they're not under the the control of Izanagi. Shit, who was the wife? Who was the husband? Izanagi is the. Oh no, I might have like messed up. Izana someone. Izanami.
I believe that's the one, yes.
Yes, Izanami is the wife. So because they're not under the direct control of Izanami, they think of them like, okay, maybe not the best represent. Think of them like Waco, Texas cultists. Like, they're in deep, and they're going to do destructive things to further the goal of their leader, even though the leader's not there anymore, mind you.
Okay.
Waco doesn't quite work, but you kind of get the gist of it, right? It's like a cult. They can be deprogrammed. The problem is some of them might just not want to, because some of them might be like selfish enough that they're in it for the pure pleasure of causing like chaos, violence, misery, and all that. And others, maybe they just don't know any better. And that's where you get like some of the little like quarrels between the clans, where some of like the 5 other clans aren't like, they do not agree necessarily with this one, whose name escapes me. Isn't one of you part of it? It's the Tante clan. I just don't remember if one of you is part of Tante.
Not me.
Let me just double check.
No, I'm essentially the
Yes, I am.
spies within
Yeah.
the spies.
I is, yeah.
Yeah, Aya, you are. Okay. So yeah, your clan basically is like, well, we should try to deprogram them if we can. Whereas some of the other clans are just like, yeah, fuck that. Kill on sight.
I love
I hope that answers your
the-
question.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's based on my world knowledge of these cryptids. They're probably working towards an end. The bank heist wasn't just for thrills, or they probably got the money to actually try to win this thing legitimately. As you said, a lot of people with guns here. If they could just buy it and get it, probably be the easiest for them. And Captain, I love your enthusiasm. I will let you know, I'm not great at lying. So if I start throwing punches and it gets loud, that might blow our operation.
Well, simple. Don't lie.
But if I know I'm trying to mislead people, I think it still counts.
No.
The best thing-
Don't speak. Pretend you're mute.
Okay. Pretend I'm mute.
Can't lie if you can't speak.
Oro's nodding along like, wow, this captain guy really knows what he's talking about. Maybe this is like maybe this will work.
That's actually good. It'll give you behavior to focus on rather than having to focus on the manner of the lie. So
Okay, I'll
just
give
go
it
to
a shot.
behavior rather than attempting to think of something on the spot. So good. You got that.
All right, I guess I'll try to get into security and break the system so we don't have to worry about that. All right, both of you go into the auction, or
Yeah, I can get into the VIP area. It's easy enough.
Yes, I think she has the VIP very easily covered, and then he's going to very dramatically like hold out his arms and then use his little thing to jet himself over to where the old man is with his, probably the jets flapping with his jacket behind him to land dramatically next to the old man so that he can probably begin to not quite interrogate him, but just talk to him. He wanted to make himself as showy as possible as he did it, so that everybody around could see him, the big dramatic showing and the landing.
Yeah, it gives original Mario Brother movie with the boots type of vibe.
Yeah. He wanted to draw attention also away from, YouTube. So everybody's eyes were essentially on him as he did that, and then, went and landed next to him.
oh, I guess.
Well, you
conversation's
say
over.
that, but I would like you to roll. Let's go with body and performance.
Performance is in spirit, so do you want me to roll body and then performance?
But it's basically just as many dice as you have points in both body and performance.
Okay, so I will roll 2.
Like
And if
it's
I
a
don't have
bit of
any
a
in
more
performance-
unusual roll, right?
Alright, so if I don't have any performance, is it default to 1 or just nothing?
It's just nothing, so you only have your body.
Okay, well, I mean, thank you. I do only have my body. Ah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So,
3.
2 successes.
3 because the 6 counts for 2.
Oh, that's right, 6 counts.
So, as you jump up and basically fly over everyone. Literally the entire crowd. Or I should say, anyone who looks anywhere but to, say, the person they're directly talking to in the moment is looking at you. Servers just stop. Some people just bump into one another, looking at the guy with the long coat just fly over everyone and land next to the shy old man who's been keeping to himself, mostly.
Do all 3 cameras turn to look at him too?
You wouldn't know, because you need to get the security for that.
Ah, yeah. There's those dome ones. You can't tell if they're looking or not.
Mm-hmm. And let's start with... Well, who wants to go first? I was going to say let's start with security, but it might be important
that's
to the order.
I was
in
just
which
giving you guys
do
the
your
opening. You feel free to do what you need to. I was just doing the opening.
I mean, that was a great entrance. But if it makes more sense for security,
It's up to you. Just know that the order of operation from this point on will become important.
do you want me to do security first? Otherwise, it might just take me some time to get over there.
Yeah, I think before we like split off and we see Captain like jump off. Is he making fun of me?
What do you mean?
The whole roguish, spaceman sort of thing.
Huh. Is he from this world too? I thought you guys were from different worlds.
No.
Do you take
Never mind.
You have
Never
a
mind.
class together or something, or
No, never mind. No,
did I miss a training session?
I don't think so. No. I guess not. You okay to get in there?
He does a little zip the mouth thing, thumbs up.
All right. I guess, providing that you see everything, you'll be able to see the rest of us. So, good luck.
He nods, and then as he's walking away, you hear him muttering to himself, heel click toe, heel click toe, heel click toe.
So you leave... Well, you leave the room. Where do you think, Oro, that security would be?
A door was pointed out to us, wasn't it?
To the VIP area. Otherwise, there's the elevator, and then there's the airlock.
Oh,
Those
I
are
could
the
have sworn
only
that
issues.
there was a specified security door as well. So I have to find security first. What's that? What it
It's
sounds like.
behind one of these doors, probably.
Well, Oro is
Presumably.
fascinated with elevators and escalators and all forms of moving without putting in any effort, so he's going to go to the elevator.
You make your way to the elevator. You've been in it earlier. That's where your shuttle part at some level. You enter
Yeah,
the
well-
elevator. This time you are
well-
by yourself.
One more time as a treat. Is there a button that says security?
There are a few, like numbers. And then there's a last one that's got a symbol of sort of like an inverted U with little feet.
Well, that's not a number. Maybe it's that one. Click.
You click, and all of the floor numbers begin to blink one by one. It's slow at first, then it becomes quicker, and then they flash more rapidly, and even more rapidly, and then whoop, they all turn off. The elevator doesn't move.
Trapped by technology. I click the button again. I hold it.
You notice they blink in the exact same pattern as before. Something clicks that it might be like an input. Like a Simon Says type of
Oh.
What Simon is saying.
sequence. Simon is saying this.
I
how's-
follow the code.
How's
Okay.
Oro's memory? Yeah.
Memory is one thing. His focus is remarkable. His mind is a little lacking.
What's your focus at?
3.
Oh, you don't even need to roll.
A.
It's
great at concentrating.
You just
Up,
do
up,
the
down,
you
down,
could
left,
do
right,
it
left,
with your-
right, A, B.
Yeah, you're suddenly invincible.
I got 5 extra lives. Woo.
As you press all of the buttons and then you press the last one, the elevator just seems to detach itself from whatever held it, and it flings downwards or upwards. You don't know, you're in space, but it feels like it's going downwards at a very rapid pace, much quicker than it was before, to some like almost like dangerous levels, and then it just stops all of a sudden. Your clothes fall down. Well, I mean, they don't float anymore. That's what I should say. Your hair similarly falls back down. There's gravity here.
We were on a station, though, in the middle of space, right? Like a floating thing, not like a planet side or anything?
No.
Does the door open, or is it still closed?
Oh, yes, the door to the elevator opens. Sorry. Bing!
What do I see outside?
There's a short corridor. It's got 4 bland sliding doors on each, 2 on each side, I should say, and then 1 more at the very end. The one at the end has a panel above it, sort of in flashing yellow letters. It says security. The other 4 doors have nothing. You hear the whir of something, presumably like the machinery that allows a certain level of like artificial gravity to operate in here, and it seems to come from beyond the doors to your right, like when you leave the elevator.
Okay. Note to self how to turn off gravity. But that doesn't control... Or I guess it could control the gravity upstairs? Or is there
It
gravity
might.
upstairs at all? Because everyone's wearing mag boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it wouldn't, like, make everyone go... Though, if it... No, mag boots should be independently powered. Turning that off wouldn't, like, make everyone go flying. But that would be a fun image. Okay. First, I examine if there's any, like, conveniently, like, waist-high barricades to hide behind, signaling an upcoming fight.
No, but there's a health pack.
Yes, grab the health pack. No.
There is no cover. It's
Okay.
also, it's a short corridor. Like, I mean, it's maybe like, I don't know, like 5 yards tops.
Okay, Oro,
Really
knowing
correct.
that, I mean, security probably has people who are armed or buff enough to enforce that security. So Oro just kind of prepares himself for a fight. He doesn't like he has his weapons on him, but they are concealed. And he would rather not have to kill or hurt anyone that he didn't have to, but he's going to, according to his training, he's going to start clearing the rooms while keeping an eye on the main security door to make sure that he's not passing a barracks with like 8 other guys in it that are playing cards and waiting for a loud noise to pop.
So, in the doors to your right, you have both rooms are mirrored in a way. It's the same type of machinery. These giant sort of donut-shaped generators. You hear them hum and you see them spin, and sometimes they slow down and then begin to spin like in the opposite direction, like counterclockwise, and then they slow down and they go back clockwise. And they're all connected by this giant sort of steel tube that goes through the wall into the door, the room adjacent. There's no one in these rooms. It's a little dirty. The walls have clear water, like signs of water damage. It's mostly steel and grates, so you're looking at like rust in many places. There's even a bit of mold in there, but other than that, the rooms to your right are empty. First door to your left, however, and I'm always talking about like from when you come out of the elevator, to make it simpler. First door to your left is sort of this like janitorial station. It's got what is probably like a high-tech workbench to your left when you come in. It takes up a quarter of the room by itself. The other sort of quarter of the room is taken by an L-shaped desk, behind which is sat, his back turned to you, what appears to be an older man with headphones on, just bobbing their head along. And you can see, if you like crane your neck just a little, you can see on the desk he's got like food laid out. Seems kind of warm. You probably can see like a bit of the steam coming out under the right angle with the lights. The room itself is just like the ones across, right? Metal, steel, rusted, leaky, not well lit. This person doesn't appear to have hurt you.
How easy or hard would it be to like make this guy take a nap so they're not a problem later?
That would be using a sneak attack. And just look at something. It depends on like what your skills are, right? Are you that good in melee or in stealth?
My melee is better than my stealth at 2 dice.
Okay. So I would say in this case, ambush.
Taking out old men, easy as taking candy from a baby.
Okay, basically you're considered hidden for the first round. Like, it's as if a combat would begin, right? But you are completely hidden. So you've got a +2 bonus to attack them. So you would roll like body plus melee.
So that's
with +2 dice.
All right, that's 7d6 for me.
That is a whole lot. I will remind you that if you roll, what's the critical?
The 6?
The sixes count for 2 successes. This is not an opposed roll. I would say in this case, I'm looking at you need to have like 2 successes or more.
I like those odds. All right, I'll try to just make sure this guy doesn't get into anything messy while we're here. That is 6.
Whoa.
7 successes.
I read 8 successes because your 4
8.
is also 1.
8 successes. Can I fix his back while I'm at it?
Oh yeah.
Can I like?
Oh yeah. There's like a crack, and the person just suddenly gains like an inch in height, but also falls unconscious.
Yeah, that throbbing pain that's been bothering him just all gone.
Oh yeah. When he
We'll
wakes
wake up feeling better.
Yeah, just
As I gently lay them on the floor, I just hold a finger up to my mouth.
Oh, they are completely past that.
Okay. I think that leaves one side room and then security itself.
The last side room are the bathrooms. It's just a toilet and a sink. A very high-tech toilet.
How do you even work this thing?
It's got like a laser bidet or something.
Yeah, it's a good.
Why is that there?
Just be happy it's not 3 clams.
Fuck! I should have done that. oh, fuck! I completely forgot about that one. Yeah.
There's a button on the wall. I push it, 3 clams pop out. Nice call.
It's for the people that don't want to use the laser bidet.
Yeah, they're all about alternatives in the future. I have a question before approaching security. If I activate a Mikio ability, how long does that last?
Most of them would tell you how long they last, unless they were instantaneous. Which one? Let me grab the PDF. Which one are we looking at?
my special eyes, God's right eye. Open your eyes to see the flow of magic, allowing you to see through illusions and see the influence of magic or possession on a character within 50 feet. You can see the possessing creature as a spectral silhouette.
I take it it wouldn't be like a one and done, but let's go with let's say it lasts like oh, I know. I'm gonna make you roll for it.
Ooh.
1 minute
Okay.
per success.
Oh, interesting.
Spirit plus focus.
I'm not terrible at that. Channeling his focus, remembering his training, he tries to. He feels like the fan pain of the arm that he lost in the cryptid attack when he was a kid, when he was saved by a Shadowscar agent, and he's just focusing his inner energy to his right eye to manifest, and it absolutely fails.
No. You've got
Oh wait, 4s count, right?
yes.
So that's 2 successes.
Oh,
So
by
that's
the
2
way,
minutes.
if you want, in Roll20, I made a macro. I don't know why
Oh.
it didn't show up for all of you. It should be under your names, but it might not be. So if you go in the macros in the top right corner, like the little honeycombs,
Oh, so
there's
it
a
has to
macro
be
called
selected
Dice
in.
Pool that you can just click the in bar, and then show macro quick bar, and you should have it under your name.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Thank you.
It's just gonna ask you like how many dice, and the cool thing is I already put in the successes, so it won't do the 6s as double successes because I'm bad at coding, but at least we have like
At least
the
we
basic
know.
successes.
Yeah.
Or we could probably not remember, but either way.
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the next 3 minutes,
Sounds great.
so you've got your right eye. That what does it look like when it is under the effect of God's right eye, though?
God's right eye. I think there's like a swirling, like shimmering effect along the pupil. I guess it doesn't like. It could. Could it be a hidden effect? I guess yeah. There's a visual effect on his right eye when he's using it. Like he's channeling the energy is flowing through it so quickly, and that's why he can't like maintain it for too long because it hurts too much sometimes. But it's like going through his eyes, surging through his eyes so quickly, so he can then like pick up these extra details that he normally would not be able to see. That it literally looks like part of his pupil is shimmering and swirling with like a kind of like almost like a sheening dust effect. Like if you have a bottle of like ink that has like particles in it and you shake it up, that kind of swirl.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna open the door of security. We'll see what's on the other side.
On the other side of the door, first off, you hear when the door opens, you hear like a muted version of the music playing upstairs. It's coming out from a little like loudspeaker. It's set in the corner of the upper corner where the ceiling is. But in front of you, you've got like this wall of screens. It looks like it's been set up recently, hastily. It doesn't look like a permanent type of situation in this room. To wit, a lot of the original furniture, whatever this room used to be, has just been shoved to the side. It takes up about half of the room, and it's a mound of... You can see like a desk, but there's also like pieces of broken machinery. What appears to be like a grinder or something, and then of course you have the section with all the screens. You've got like 9 screens, sorry, because it's 3 cameras.
Gotcha.
3 cameras, 9 screens. It looks like, from what you can see very quickly, that each camera is in fact 3 lenses
Ooh, that's a lot more eyes than we thought.
that point at different directions. The person behind the desk, they're standing up. They are wearing like dark orange cargo pants, combat boots, a just like a dirty grayish tank top that's been torn in the back to make room for a pack kind of similar to the one you're wearing, but instead of being like this little jetpack, it's this big metal device, box almost, from which two metallic arms come out. Person looks like a spider, and they are using all four arms to type on keyboards, switching the screens around, and sometimes recording pieces of footage, zooming in, analyzing. It seems that the cameras are also able, or at least one lens of each can do heat vision, like infrared.
Here's a question for you. Does God's right eye work through cameras?
I would say yes.
Ooh. We can continue that thought if I'm conscious after whatever happens next, and I have time to examine the cameras closely.
Person is not under any spell, and it's not a polymorph person.
I was kind of wondering if one of them would be stashed in security to keep an eye on their brother, but I guess that's not the case.
Nah.
Have they noticed me yet? Or am I hidden from them?
Nope, because of the music, because you were stealthy in the other rooms and whatnot, they are not aware of the sound of the sliding door opening.
I mean, I think it's time to be a ninja. I feel like we can switch to someone else's perspective.
Okay.
But I would like to, as I go in for that first hidden strike, after that hits, so to not give away my position, I would relay through our tattoos that taking control security, the brother isn't here. So they know that the other cryptid is somewhere around still.
I found where the assassinate action was also, so that's good for next time, like this instance. What's their threat ranking? It's just one. So, so long as you don't have the loud trait on a weapon, you can do a stealth kill. It would be the same if you just wanted to knock them out, but it's a stealth check. So body and stealth against the target's awareness skill base. And if you succeed, you instantly kill the target without alerting anyone who wasn't directly observing them. If you fail, you deal no damage and are perceived by the target and any characters in the area. Additionally, the scuffle will begin to attract attention. If a player character or an NPC with the threat ranking above 1, so not in this case, is a target of assassination, the character attempting to assassinate them must roll a stealth check against their awareness skill base to initiate, with the same result as a failure. However, they must then succeed on like a combat check. So what I had you do against the janitor, normally it would have been stealth alone, but on like stronger opponents, you basically have to succeed on 2 skill checks instead of just 1.
Okay.
So in this case, it would be just 1 body stealth, and okay, body stealth against their awareness, and I don't have to roll. It's just the number that's there. So. Whew.
Did you want me to roll that now?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Well, that way we'll know. I'll know the result.
Stealth is 1. Body is 4, so that's 4 dice in my pool. I don't think I have anything that improves this either.
Are you going for a kill? Or
no, Oro doesn't like to
non-lethal?
kill unless... Oro doesn't like to kill, if he can help it. 2 successes. Or 3 with the 6.
It's plenty enough. With 1 well-placed strike, you do not set this person's back straight, but you do knock him out. 1 shot. And the moment you lose consciousness, the 2 metal arms just fall limp as well.
Set down on the ground, and I'll start looking through the screens to see where I can find my companions.
Well, Who wants to go next? We'll zoom in on their screen.
Do you want to go or shall I?
You can go.
Okay. Well then, I guess as I land, or maybe just a little bit after, I'd be hearing on my little ear tattoo the bit that we've got command or control of security.
Yeah,
so
what was it
as-
you said, Yusai?
Brother isn't here, taking control of security.
Okay, so we know that the Kappa isn't there, but he's got security, which is good because the flashy part gathered attention, but I don't want the cameras to actually see the rest. Because as I land at, I assume, this startled old man, I'm going to put my arm around him and say, "My friend, just what are you doing here?" And I'm going to stealthily pull my concealed pistol and jab it into his ribs as I spin him around away from the crowd to attempt a threaten on him, one of the social bits.
Yeah, their first reaction is to freeze a bit. And where's social? Give me that manipulation or performance. I don't know which one of the two you want to use.
I would like to use the strength check.
Oh, strength or melee. Sorry, I read taunt. Strength or melee. Yeah.
This.
You will need 1 success. Yeah.
So as I jab the gun into his side and spin him around, and I'm just like, "Just what are you doing here, my friend, at this glorious auction? Just not even paying attention." And when I say the last bit, I will say it just a tiny bit menacingly while I look down at his notes and back to him.
What? I've never seen you around here. Who are you with?
No. I believe I was asking the questions, and I'm gonna like reaffirm the gun, just poke again into his side.
And when you glance down at the note he has on his notepad, you can see that there these little X's and O's, similar to what you would have like to describe football plays, with like an O with an arrow that goes one way and then an X that goes like another way, and all of that. He seems to be tracking the comings and goings of people. Maybe the same one, maybe different people, depending on like what the X's and O's mean. And he goes, I'm don't you remember me, friend? It's me, Yusuf. Yusuf, you remember? Huh?
Yusuf, huh? Can I roll? Look, when I see his notes there, can I roll knowledge to try to figure out if it is indeed like he's trying to heist? Like, does it look like he's setting up the heist? If I can like look at it and decipher.
Yeah. Go with I would say give me knowledge or insight. Pick whichever you're best at.
Yeah, knowledge is definitely. I'm the mind guy. I kind of try to go there. Wow, only one.
Wow, that was.
There's just a lot of scribbles on there, and I'm too busy trying to intimidate him.
So there was this thing about 5th Street where the world being sort of stuck in the noir era. The two probably most popular professions are PIs and probably like pulp hero. And there's a lot of like crossover, right? I would include like reporters in the PIs and all that, and looking at his notes and what he's been fiddling with, it's too obvious to be some sort of cipher. Or unless that person is like a master, like code, or I guess the opposite of code breaker. Or this person is not someone who is used to do this, and they're just trying to keep track of who's who and what they're doing. And with your one success, you're fairly certain that it leans more towards this person is not a criminal than this person is a criminal or a spy of a level that is above yours, right? Like more efficient than you.
Okay, I'm going to. After I
Oh, and you've
glance
never
down
heard
at
the
that-
name Yusef, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm playing along with him though. I'm gonna glance down at that, glance back at him smiling, go, ha ha, Yusuf. Yes, from Zanzibar, right? Zanzibar. I'm gonna slap him real heartily on the back while I
Yes,
Put away the
yes.
gun. and
Long
I
time no see.
I would like to roll a stealth check to attempt my Mityo on his the little scanner in his hand, which is I can do a seal of possession where I place like a little small seal on it, and then at any time I can just sort of make that come back to me.
Okay, yeah, no, go right ahead.
Let's see if this rolls better.
Oh, hey.
Oh yeah, you as you sort of, put your gun away, turn around, you brush, like you gently brush your fingers against the scanner, and the
I try to
seal
sort of do one
just.
of these real quick when he's not looking, and then just sort of put my hand down on this scanner.
But you haven't told me what you're doing here. You're not with security, are you? I mean, I've not been doing anything wrong.
No. I just saw my friend, Yusef, and wanted to check in with him. Because he's just over here watching everybody, So maybe I wanted to see if he's seen anything unusual. Have you?
I might have. It depends what you consider unusual. Look, let's just. Oh, server. Then he calls a person over who's got like these on a platter, like a magnetic platter, of course, little shot glasses with beads. They look like glowy tapioca beads. He just takes 2 shots of this and hands you one, and then sort of tries to egg you to go a bit farther away from the rest of the crowd, like back, not even the spot where he was, but even a bit farther away, in one of the less well lit corners of the room.
Yeah, I sort of follow him, but sort of try to lead him to a point where I can still see, where Aya / Junko is, it has made her way to the VIP room, so I can still sort of kind of see her through the crowd, kind of a way.
Depending
I wanna
on
make sure
what
I have
happens,
full eyes
if
where she is.
Junko does get into the VIP, you won't see her anymore.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see,
Okay.
where she went. I kind of want to get eyes on. I still have
Yeah.
eyes in the VIP room. Yeah.
When he brings you to the corner, Yusef just picks like one of the balls of grapes and goes, as he's chewing on it, "Which station do you work for? I don't think we've ever met. I'm from Pan Africa. But you don't strike me as local. I didn't think News 49 was going to send anybody else. I was supposed to be the only one. I was told there was only enough funds for one ticket."
Yes. You were told that.
Well, I'm glad that I have backup tonight, because to be fair, and he fishes in his pocket with his other hand and reveals a it's like a smaller version of the tracker he's got, like the scanner he's got. This one is a lot simpler. It's about the size of a quarter. I haven't been able to find a proper time to put it in you know whose pockets.
Just sitting here watching. Of course you haven't found the time. Why do you think I'm here?
I'm not used to these things. I've done sting operations before, but everyone here is armed to the teeth. I kind of stand out, if only by my age.
Stand out. Well, if you weren't up to the task, why would you have come? Anyways, did you see anything before I arrived? Like, two very large, foxy gentlemen, orangish hair. You know who I'm talking about. They hit a bank just recently.
The troublesome twins, yeah.
Yes.
I reported on their assault on the ice cream vendor a couple weeks back. It's a trifle, really. The article, not the assault. That was just one more in a long list of things on their rap sheet, I guess. Yeah, they're here tonight. I don't think they've recognized me. I don't think they would have recognized me anyway, but they're not the target.
They're not the target. They're you. How do you think I'm here? There you go, Yosef. And I'm gonna pat him like gently on the shoulder.
I thought you were there for Miss Wise.
Listen, this is why you usually stick to the desk jobs. Captain Harrison Solo gets the real work. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I've never heard of a captain working for the...
You understand what a cover is, right? Yusuf?
Then maybe don't shout my name too loud. I didn't use it.
Are you Okay, listen here. Give that to me. I'm just gonna take the little orb and give this to me, and I'm just gonna take the scanner from him, and I'm just gonna take the shot.
He seems to trust you. Like you speak like you're the person who's done that before, and he's glad to get this like hot potato off his hands.
If it helps, one of the techniques I have is Aura of Authority.
I don't think you need to use it at the moment.
I'm gonna take his shot glass, and I'm gonna drink his shot, and I'm just gonna be like, listen here. Just get out of here. Just take a little break. I understand this has been a rough mission for you. I'll take care of things from here. We'll report back afterwards. Everything will be dandy. You can take your claim of everything. It'll be like just as new. And after we're done with this and you get your promotion for the job well done, you can probably never have to go out in the field again if that's what you want, right?
I would love that. But I can't leave until I know that the tracker has been planted on Miss Wise.
I didn't say you had to leave. I just said go take a break so you can relax. I mean, you're worried about all these people with guns? Look at all these scary guys. I mean, they got guns. I've got a gun, and I'm going to pull it out again and just, like, wave it in his face. Like, take a break.
Give me just a second, though. Okay. You wave your gun up, and through the security cameras, Oro you do notice quite a few number of people who turn their heads to look in the direction of Leslie, which raises the alert level to 1.
Captain, I know you're trying to get everyone's attention, but you might be grabbing a bit too much attention.
So you know, guns, scary people, you know, the usual. So you know, take a break. Just nearby. You don't have to be in here to get the job done, right? I mean, you're already trying to scurry away. Just hide out. We'll take care of this mission together. And I'm gonna like grab him by the shoulders, give him a small shake, but like a comforting one,
Mm-hmm.
and then sit back. And then I'm gonna take that other shot and I'm gonna push it towards him, sort of like it's your turn.
My turn 4. Oh! He takes the shot.
Glorious.
Good luck then.
Ha! Captain Harrison Solo doesn't need luck. He makes luck. I'm gonna pat him very heartily on the shoulder and half push him towards the, you know, towards the exit, and then get up and sort of move towards like the center of the room. And then I'm gonna sort of half start to peruse the little thing he has, but then that's sort of gonna be where I sort of ease off.
Then yeah, we'll as you move into the crowd, the camera will just split from you, pan over to Junko.
All right. This is like one of the standard like VIP where there's like lines and stuff, right?
There's a few people sort of hanging out by the door. This giant armored individual is basically just keeping everyone at bay. Not physically pushing anyone, but just by his imposing presence, making sure that like no one gets to come in unless they're probably like on some sort of list or something. But yeah, it's very, very similar to like these high-end clubs where you've got like
Okay.
your, you know.
All right. She should be used to this, but having to like have someone like not like kind of block you and stuff like that. She's not necessarily. She's hoping like the amount of like confidence that she puts up will let her in. So she'll kind of walk in there with the basically the air that she's supposed to be there,
Mhm.
and just she'll walk until she's stopped basically, and she's gonna just kind of like there's like a certain like confident nonchalance that comes with that sort of thing if you are a regular with these sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, you know, it's like I don't have to worry about this. It's gonna let me in.
Give me spirit and performance.
Okay.
Unless you also have like a Mikio that you want to use that helps. Otherwise, it's gonna be straight spirit performance.
Can I use stunning on this one?
What's stunning again?
That is
I think it's like one of your like traits, right? One of your 2 traits.
bonus action to charm actions. If that.
Ooh, yeah. Let me go grab that charm action. I just want to see. Okay.
Or is that
Oh
specific
boy.
action?
Yep.
Or is this-
You attempt to make the target. If you beat the target's defense, you improve the target's. So I would say, your.
Doesn't.
Huh?
I said it doesn't, or
No,
that's
it
fine.
does apply. I'm just trying to find out. Is it from your clan?
What do you mean? No, that's just one of the general ones.
Oh, it's one of the general ones. Okay.
The quirks, yeah.
Young looking. Oh, stunning. Oh, okay. So I would say you could. Then it's kind of a gamble, right? Either you strut in, just, you know, silently hoping that just your mere presence is enough to
I think you know what I'll do that first, and then we'll save that in the back pocket. If we need
The
to-
charm
yeah.
after. Okay.
Yeah,
Because you would need to sort of like interact with the person a little bit to charm
yeah.
them.
Like she's just basically like acting as if this person's like it's a foregone conclusion that she's gonna be let in.
Cool. Then yeah, give me that
Like
skill.
she's not even like slowing down to like for a check. She's expecting like to be
just
waved in.
yeah. You're supposed to be in there.
And
Good
she's
looking
wearing.
people just go inside.
Well, she's also wearing like a really expensive like
Yep.
outfit too. So.
Yeah. Spirit
Okay, so-
performance. I'm
Spirit
looking at this person is 4 successes.
It's like that ladder trick, except it's just like a beautiful, beautiful dress. Just walk with confidence to let you in anywhere.
Yep. Okay, let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's 3 successes. But you do have your Inio if you want to use it.
I will use that. I want this to.
So
Sure, why not?
you walk by this man in armor, and I'll remind you he's got like the Judge Dredd-ish helmet. You see like his mouth, the lower half of his face, and he doesn't react instantly when you move past them towards the VIP room. It's just by the time you like have stepped through the threshold
Mhm.
that you can hear him mutter, like out of disbelief, the name of your character from your TV show.
Ooh.
Just I don't remember I don't think it sent me the name of the character, but I think you did send me
I
the
did.
name
It
of the
was
TV show.
well. It was one of those things where it's like Aya Astra was her character name.
Yes. So yeah, he just goes. Oh, yeah, that's true. But then, just
You just like I think
Goes
if
back to-
if Aya hears that she gets like she'll kind of wince like, ooh, did I put enough of disguise on? Shit, I can't. Shit. And then it's just like fully nothing.
But he did not stop you.
Okay. Okay.
The atmosphere inside the VIP room is a lot different than what's outside. Whereas a lot of the crowd outside is just mingling, talking, hatching plans or whatnot, flying. The VIP room is where the party's at. It's not flat out debauchery, but there's way less decorum here. People are doing all sorts of futuristic drugs on each other's body. They have a bar robot, like it's a robot server that's just mixing drinks, but also sort of dispensing like designer drugs to people. No one seems to have to pay. You do notice, like when you come in, there's one person who sort of gave like a card to the robot before the robot served them, but that robot does this just so fast to the point where, like, if it were a person, at some point they would have probably slipped up, splashed someone with a drink, or like mixed 2 wrong ingredients together. But that machine is literally a machine. You've got these little islands of couches, like arranged in semicircles or full circles with like a low table. On 2 of the tables, you've got 2 dancers. One appears like male, the other a woman, in various stages of undress. And at one of said tables, looking at this like tall, dark-skinned, ripped, tattooed man with his he's got red, like dyed red dreadlocks with sort of like golden jewels, like holding it together like a loose ponytail. And as he's dancing on the couch in front of him, you see one of the twins in their disgusting orange suit with their little mop of green hair. The more I think about the description, the more, I don't know why, but in my mind I just picture some weird version of Kim Jong-un, but whatever. He's just sitting, legs spread, arms spread, by himself. There's spilled drinks on the table that this dancer is trying his best not to step in. And he's just like burping and shouting at this man. You notice that from his right arm, we don't know if it's Daisuke or Hachi because they're the same, but one of them, the one who's currently sitting, has sort of like a metal bracelet around their wrist that pokes out for a brief instant before he sort of readjusts himself on the couch, making it seem like he's just like laughing or chuckling, so that the sleeve of his suit covers the wristband again. The other one is almost in your face when you come into the VIP room. He's just a few feet away from you. He's talking to like these three other people, all of them wearing elaborate face masks that cover their faces. They've got gloves, long sleeve suits, or similar like garments that basically cover like every inch of their skin. You could not know, save for the height, which might even be cheated through like maybe like their magnetic boots or what have you. It's almost impossible to have like an accurate sort of identifying mark on these three people. It's like he's talking to like three weird Daft Punk cosplayers that got a little too much money. And he's just as inebriated as his brother.
Okay. Would I know what that bracelet was? Like that on the other one? Was it anything special, or was it like just jewelry?
Have you had a lot of run-ins with the law?
No.
Then you can either ask Benjiro or you could try to make a knowledge roll.
Alright, I'm going to where is the bar in location distance
In relation to where you
in relation to the one talking to the masked figures?
just past them.
Like pretty close?
Yeah, pretty close. I would say
Alright.
same distance that you are from him,
Okay.
but on the opposite side.
So I can still I can still kind of like eavesdrop if I want to go over there. Alright, Aya's going to kind of walk up to the bar, go to the robot, and she's going to punch in on her phone like for a supernova, which is like a fruit, like a martini or something like that. Something like not super strong, but enough to like if you go around getting like non-calls, it kind of like makes you suspect here. It's places like this.
Yeah.
So she'll order that.
Yeah.
But as she's kind of sipping with her back toward them, she'll wonder what. I couldn't help but notice that there was on one of the twins there was a bracelet of some sort. Like that seemed to want to like quick stretched out. It came out of his wrist being covered by his coat, and then he quickly like put it back. Is there anything that I should?
Can you take a second look? I didn't see it the first time.
And she'll just kind of do like the she'll look and then kind of look toward the door like she's waiting for someone. That sort of thing. Like.
Can you give me awareness and it'll be opposed by him. His roll to try to keep it hidden, safe.
Is it safe?
Is it hidden? Oh boy,
What? Oh.
he's not the best person.
Well, I'm not necessarily like a. Oh boy, that's worse. Wow.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
he is cursed.
And you would have, you get your Inio back because you would have needed an extra success on that. But we'll see. Yeah. You look a couple times, and it seems that the twin is now well aware of the length of his sleeves and just how much movement he's got. He's become basically very self-conscious.
I think that was a wanted forever sort of thing. Is there anything? You're the specialist.
Can you describe it again,
Yeah.
please?
Is it a gold bracelet?
Safe from jewelry. Oh. Can you see if he's got a matching one? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Can you see if he's got a... Benjiro sneezed in character. A matching one on the ankle.
Dude, does any of this come through? Like, is it like a
Oh, everyone hears
voice?
it. Yeah,
Is it a group thing or?
Yeah.
It's like you didn't see anything. It's like
Because
you
I'm
didn't see
tight.
anything on the when I looked them on the. Okay, I get.
His feet are like under the table where that man is dancing. So
Yeah.
Because
Sounds
if
like
this is like a group thing, does our camera guy have a better angle? Or
You know what?
something?
I'm going to.
Get him on the dance floor.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to kind of like just wait a few moments and then just kind of like browse through. She's gonna browse through her phone, but then she's gonna drop it.
you drop the phone on the
give her a-
ground.
Yeah.
Been down.
hmm
Gimme, this time, you can choose between, again, awareness if you want, or mind and stealth.
I will go with awareness again. Go.
Okay.
That's too many. That's too many dice. Oof, God, nothing. Wow.
You did regain your Mikio, your Inio.
Oh,
If you want to use it again,
would that give me just one success?
it would give you the one success you need.
No. I don't think I'll say that. That's
So
What
the
success is
angle
not?
that you have, unfortunately, the table is right in your line of sight.
well, I can't get any guesses on your end.
What, me?
Yes.
It could be a communication device. It could be a hidden weapon, perhaps. Or just jewelry.
Okay.
It's because the dual bracelets like this, some have, magical properties. It could have been. It could have been that. It could have been that.
And what would that do if that was the?
Lots of things. In fact, one of the earliest design that we saw of things like that caused shockwaves. And I mean, when we say we, as personally, I didn't see it, but my agent at the time, they it's on a need-to-know basis.
Can I roll to see if he's how much he is, if he's bullshitting me at all?
Yeah, give me insight.
Yeah, I think she's had kind of like concerns about our.
He tends to say "need to know" when he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
know.
It's like
How did you figure that out?
what
Is it-
what should I
is he-
Oh, it would
Nefarious
be
or is it a lack of
spirit
confidence?
insight, and you need 1 success. Sorry, what?
Is it nefarious or is it a lack of confidence?
like
Yes.
I think it's like it's not necessarily like she's just like I think she's impatient
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like she would like they're supposed to be like the man that cherishes her and this is not coming up with like a lot of she's like, come on.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be the.
Three
Yes,
successes.
he is bullshitting you so much. He has no idea what it could be, and he desperately wants to appear like he's on top of things.
Oh no. Oh no.
And you can probably, with all of those successes, you can, in your mind's eye, imagine him like frantically tapping on his pad to flip through all the screens in the secret room to try to figure out what a gold bracelet could be.
One
know
of
what?
us probably brought up his email, and he's like, "No, not that one."
yeah.
I
He's
bet-
like
I
on
bet
the
he has
Swarovski website
Oh,
now.
no.
He's locked himself out of the database that the agents get, and he's already maxed out his password retries, and he's locked out for the next 10 minutes.
Oh no, I
So
think Aya
he's
has,
just vamping.
Aya has, I think, dealt with people like him in the past, where it's like they try and posture more than they're actually like knowledgeable, and it becomes everybody's problem. It becomes way worse, way harder. And can I message the other two without him knowing?
Yes, there's a private chat feature.
Private call.
Yeah,
Put him on hold.
it's just I don't think our handler knows anything about what's necessarily
He seems
going
rather
on.
new.
Functionally, I think we might be on our own for this thing.
Ooh, that's not good.
No, it's not. We're gonna have to compensate for this. So everyone, we're gonna have to be on our game on this, or else things are gonna go bad.
Well, security is locked down. I got cameras and eyes everywhere, and it looks like my right eye, my special right eye, is able to see through all the cameras. I guess a follow-up question for our game runner,
Uh-oh.
GM, storyteller.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I had to blow my notes.
Oh no.
No worries,
Oh.
no worries. We can see what everyone else sees, right? Through our, like, tattoos?
Oh yeah.
Can God's right eye work through that, too?
No, you cannot share what you see, because it's the left eye that has the tattoo. not the
Oh,
right
I
eye.
see.
I think Aya's can also like add on that. Don't contest what he says.
Or
Why would I?
to not hurt his feelings? Or...
Yes. Just like
Oh, that's-
yeah.
Kind of like
Oh,
it.
we never hurt feelings.
Kind of like a puppy that fell in the puddle.
Yeah, and then
Feel bad
but
for him.
you think about it, if the puppy just like breaks down and just like freezes up.
Oh yeah. Can we turn off if he starts crying? Can we like turn him off or?
I hope so. I just don't want. I mean, yeah.
The auction will
I'm-
begin in 5 minutes.
Oh, looks like business is coming up. You guys want me to stay down here or head back up? I actually took an elevator down to get here.
Security isn't controlled.
Yeah, we should probably get down here just in case. They're both down here, and
join back up with you.
It would have more eyes on.
Okay. I'm gonna see if there's a way to break this thing so no one can like. It's all
How?
the betas.
So, what kind of sabotage do you want to?
Is there a power cord somewhere?
Well, yes. What I mean is, how obvious do you want it?
I don't want it to be sparking or anything, but like, if there's a way I could just like turn it off. Is there a power button? I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, if you just want to turn off the cameras, you can just turn off the cameras. It's just, it'll be obvious to anyone who comes into the room that the cameras are off.
I see. Okay, interesting. There's only one elevator down here, wasn't there?
Yes, there is.
Okay, I'd like to turn off the machine. Actually, wait. This thing has been recording, and we got here after the brothers have. I'll message the others. I'm going to screw up through the footage real quick to see if I can see if the brothers were up to anything before we got eyes on them.
Okay.
I'll meet you back up as soon as I'm finished.
All right. Thanks.
Yes, find their ship. We can locate it. We can use it.
Oh, I thought it was called a car. Damn it. Gotta work on my vocab. All right.
Yo, spaceships of the future.
It's
Shit,
fucked up
gotcha.
because for Aya, this isn't the future. Like, it's the present.
This is incredible. This is not giving like the refuge like the best impression because everything here is like
broken down.
incredibly
see?
run down. It's like seeing like it's like basically everything is like 80 like cars from like the 80s basically welded together. This is kind of like the it's like a couple generations like.
One man's trash is
Yeah.
another man's
Yeah.
space age.
Yeah.
I opened up a private call with the captain. I feel bad for Aya. Her world's kind of scary. Everyone has guns. Things are broken down.
This is amazing. We're in space.
Well, yeah, but if everyone's trying to kill you, it's not a
Ah.
really great place to live, right?
Everyone's always trying to kill you if you're doing things right.
Wait, what? How does that make any...
That's what my butler used to tell me.
I have a feeling that you have like just a book of captainisms. All right,
Let's get
I'll,
to those kappas.
I'll get
You-
through the footage and meet you upstairs.
In Quebec, there's a French parody of Star Trek called In a Galaxy Near You, where the captain actually has everything he says, every maxim he says, is wrong somehow. Like, he just doesn't get the full quotes every time, and just,
Do you have an example?
after rain comes sunshine is the saying, I believe, or something like that. Sunshine after rain. I don't know what it is in English, like the proper.
Yeah. That,
Whatever.
Yeah.
He basically just goes after rain. Grass is wet. And that's it. That's
Yeah,
his
that
words
was
of wisdom, and like everyone's like, "Yep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wise words, Captain.
yep." You wanted to
So-
scroll back.
I want to track the Kappa's movements and see, like, as the captain said, where their ship is, if they did any preparations before we got here.
You see them come out of their ship. You don't see them come out of their ship because the cameras are only in the room, but you see them enter the room. They're not the first guests to arrive, but they are among the first. There's like maybe like a dozen people by the time they get here. And you notice the two of them walking side by side, but in between them, one of the twin, and I'll just go with their names because I'm so fucking tired. Daisuke.
The one
has
that looks
a-
like Daisuke.
Yeah, the one that looks like Daisuke. Has a golden briefcase. And he does something to it after they've taken like a few steps. And his brother Hachi is making sure to sort of flank his twin to stay so close to him that it's almost impossible to see, but it's... Imagine, I guess, in your world would be like street magic, where he makes the briefcase disappear. And then the brothers part ways. They mingle a little, and then they both congregate together and go inside the VIP room, where they barely never leave. One of them orders an entire jar of pickles and just scarfs them down. It would have raised many an eyebrow in like on the regular floor, but in the VIP room, not really. They were the first two people to get into the VIP, and they got in because they just presented kind of like that same card that you saw Aya earlier. So this sort of like platinum colored car with a black band on it. They just gave it to the bouncer who let them in. They talk together, they eat, blah blah blah. Then there's this very femme fatale like woman wearing this sort of sequin-ish red dress that clings to her body. She's Jessica Rabbit if Jessica Rabbit was Indian. Black hair, sort of bronze skin, but the like perfect makeup that matches both her complexion, her hair, the dress. And you see her literally in a few seconds just wrap her arm around Pachi, and just lift his phone from his pocket without him even realizing it. In fact, he seems that she's like spending a few seconds next to him. She takes the phone, she pockets it, and then she's gonna do the same thing to everybody else. She just doesn't go to the other twin for some reason. She doesn't pickpocket Daisuke. And then she goes to mingle with the crowd, and if you follow her for a bit, she just pickpockets like everyone. Her dress doesn't have pockets. You have no idea how these people in this world are able to like hide things on their body, but apparently they can.
Must be a smartphone thing.
Sure.
That seems to be all of the pertinent footage then.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
As I'm
by the
going
way,
back,
you never see them as kappas. They always look human. Which even your eye wouldn't be able, because it's not an illusion. It's, you know that the yokai, once they've done the mask, they
right,
assume a human form.
or
They're
else
just
that would
big
just be
pocket.
cheating. That'd just be cheating, I can see. I will highlight two things for my fellows as I'm making my way back up to join them. The first, they've been here since the start. They had a golden briefcase on them, and it disappeared shortly thereafter. No idea what's inside. Probably not good for us.
No, I mean, hey, that means they've been here for a while. I've seen both of them. I've seen at least one of them has been like putting them down the entire night.
Have you seen a golden briefcase around?
No, but I can't imagine that they would keep it far away from them.
I wonder what's inside.
Probably the money they stole.
Maybe.
Probably their bids.
They did something to make it disappear. Not sure if you can somehow get it off them if they still have it on them. But speaking of which, there's also, it looks like a third party running around picking pockets. You too might want to check your possessions. I only followed her up to kind of when we arrived, but it seems like she's been going around stealing from folks' phones and the like. Even took from one of the brothers, not the other. Beautiful woman, sequin dress.
Oh.
When he says the description and who she is, can I like scroll through that little data pad thing I have? Because it kind of seems
He
like
was tracking her. And tracking, now it makes sense. That circle that goes through all the X's and moves in like a weird random pattern probably matches every time she approached someone and pickpocketed them.
So she's the one that they want to put a tracker on.
Miss Wise, yeah.
Miss.
I think she's storing everything in her smartphone.
Yeah. Hey, can you check something for me?
Stops in the hallway. Looks back. Sure. What do you need?
On the footage,
Turn on.
does it look like any of them like? 'Cause I haven't had a chance to get a good look at. Have any of them like had like one of their arms like being particularly like stiff or like they're holding something or having like their hand over something?
The Kappa brothers?
Mm-hmm.
I look for that sort of pattern of movement, stiff arms covering something.
You would need to give me an awareness roll.
Like if you're
I'll give
holding
you
a briefcase and it's invisible, like there's gonna be like
There's
your
a
arms
weight
have
to
be
it.
slack. Yeah, like it's gonna.
Ooh, I would say no. You can give me focus because it's
Thank you.
more a question of
You're a kind and
keeping
wonderful man.
track of them.
Focus.
Oh, spirit focus. Yeah.
Spirit focus. Gotcha. You're a kind and merciful man. Focus is 3, spirit is 2, so that's a total of
You
5.
need 4 successes.
That is 5 successes with the 2 6s.
Can't count my buses real quick.
When
Roll good.
the brother came in with the suitcase, he did not have a golden bracelet. When
Did you say
the
you were... Oh, go ahead.
No, when after the suitcase disappeared, you do catch like a quick glimpse of that bracelet that he didn't have committed.
Nice catch. Junko. That's your name. It's Junko.
Yeah. Yes.
No I think the briefcase turned into that golden bracelet. You were talking with the boss man, which I think is still waiting for us on the other call. Or are we just staying on this one from now on?
Yeah, please let me know.
We should go on the regular one from right now. Otherwise, I think.
Okay, yeah,
No,
but
I
I think that
can
golden
worry. Okay.
bracelet is the golden briefcase, which
Okay.
either is a nasty surprise or probably all the money they stole.
How like we're talking when I got that glimpse, like hand to wrist and size of the bracelet, how hard would it be to like slip that off?
So
Is it like really is that like a tight bracelet or is it loose? Like
you're from now that you kind of have an idea the level of technology, if we compare it to like our modern day on Earth, out of game, level of technology on Refuge is rather, we hit sci-fi level, of course, and like miniaturization of objects on demand is something that is possible. It's very expensive. For the most part, it's been used by like security forces for legally, right? To sort of smuggle or conceal weapons or conceal things on a person. Of course, in the criminal underworld, I mean, anyone who has the money for it can conceal just about anything. It wouldn't be too far-fetched to think someone has like a briefcase that basically miniaturizes into this. The bracelet might just be like the briefcase handle, just reshaped as a bracelet. Another thing is you have to be dumb as fuck to decide to have it custom made in gold. Cause like nobody
Here-
walks around with a golden briefcase. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's not like it's the thing inside. You want it to be like you don't want to be like I am in these gold bars are in this diamond.
But you
briefcase,
did
like,
see the
great,
way they
great.
dress, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. One of the things though that
Flash,
miniaturization does not do is it doesn't change mass.
Oh, so it's probably heavy.
And
if
so
there's
the
a bunch of stuff
bracelet
in it.
would be just as heavy as the
Heavy.
briefcase would be.
Yeah.
That's probably noticeable to take off.
Yeah. Oh. All right. I can think
Junko,
of
are you our thief? Are you the light-fingered one of the group?
Am I? That's in
I
care,
don't
like
know.
that's in, am I?
If you have to ask it, I don't think you are.
I mean, I think I can finesse
Fairly
my way
light-fingered.
through it. I can make it seem like an
Ooh.
accident. Or you can do it?
I'm somewhat light-fingered.
All right.
Time for the captain to swoosh this cap off their feet.
Mhm.
It's probably why during this talk, as we're walking around, I walk up to the bar and I'm gonna order a very large jar of pickles and a very large.
You mean to a server,
Whatever they
because
have
you're not
them
in the
up.
VIP.
They don't have pickles here.
No, but you can just so you. It's more for like the placement of your character, right? In the environment. The bar itself is in the VIP, so you as a non-VIP, you have to ask someone who's gonna bring it over. Just
Okay,
so
well
you know,
then-
you can't be by the bar.
Okay, I thought there was another bar for the plebs, but I guess so.
No,
Then
you
I'll
just
just
order.
grab one of the waiters. Not entirely too forcefully, but as I am playing up the part, I will grab him a little bit and be like, "Ha ha! You!
Yes, sir.
I would like a jar of pickles and your best space vodka." And then I will like push him away slightly before he asks any more questions.
He seems very confused, but his job bids him to just nod and bring you what you said.
Probably like what space vodka?
Well, that's the thing is when he goes
Everything
inside
is
the
space
VIP
vodka here.
room,
They just shake it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
you're still at the bar. Well, you're still in the VIP, and you have this
Yeah.
very confused, like dumbfounded server that just walks in, the tray under his arm, and just, you know, heel click toe ing his way, and he approaches the robot and goes, "Do we have another jar of pickle? This is so strange. It's the second time tonight, and also, what's space vodka?"
I think I will on the comments that it's like this order for pickles and space vodka one you two.
Yes, yes.
Heading to the elevator.
Part of the plan.
All right,
we're
what's the
gonna-
plan? What's the plan?
We're gonna mix the pickles and the vodka and maybe a little bit of poison, but it's not for us, so don't worry.
The robot surmises that space vodka means vodka made in the void of space, and so it doesn't really exist, but it will replicate it by basically ionizing a glass of vodka, of frozen vodka, right? It's all jelly because zero gravity, to sort of like infuse it with like a certain level of radioactivity.
Oh, that's not gonna.
And just have
Oh
this
my
slightly
God, it's
glowy shot glass next
it's
to
what was it? It's, oh god,
a
it's like
sealed
it's
jar
like,
of pickles.
oh god, we made him Nuka-Cola pickle flavor. That's
Good thing we have agent health insurance.
all right. So, what are you planning on doing once you get that? Able to get in,
Poison the kappa. Ha ha!
and then what? What do we do with the poison cup?
Kill the kappa?
I guess that is technically the end goal. We gotta take him out.
There's so many people around.
The server brings you the famous space vodka and pickles.
you,
and goes, "Sir,
Are
your
any? It's like I think on the comms like it's like are any of you two able to get down here? Because I can distract the other one if you want him to abscond with the. What did you poison him with?
Oh, it'll be this.
Poison him.
And he's gonna take the big jar, dump the stuff into it, and then as he's making his way through the crowd, he's gonna try to surreptitiously put both Silverlight dust and snake scale solution into this. So they're gonna.
All together, it's gonna.
what the fuck kind of OD you want to give him? What does it
So-
do again?"
The Silverlight dust makes them so that they just straight up like they have to take a difficulty check or lose all the memories of the last hour, and then the snake skill solution makes it so they just start like they're poisoned, like they just start taking damage.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna start working my way through the crowd towards the VIP room.
All right. While you do that, I think Aya's gonna be like, okay, while you do that, I'll take care of the other one. I'll try and be a distraction. And she'll order like one of the You know what? She'll order like one of those spicy cocktails and stuff like that.
The spiciest fix cocktail.
Yeah, like
You can customize your
that's actually-
Scoville level of
yeah,
spice.
like pretty hot. Yeah, well, like, and then she'll order that, but then she'll, at the same time as like we're doing the poisoning of the kappa, she's gonna walk up. She's gonna on her phone like kind of do a one-sided conversation and just bump into the kappa and just like put that in his face.
Okay, we're gonna need to have names. The guy with the bracelet is Daisuke. The other guy is Hachi.
Hachi.
Okay,
The
thank
one-
you.
Yeah, the one that's having conversation, the one that's not already like shit faced.
Can I be on my way up after entering the Konami
Absolutely.
code?
Like you can be in the main. The elevator goes very quickly up, probably so that security can get there within minutes.
They're rushing by my face.
By the way, the auction has begun at this point.
Okay.
So most people have turned their attention to like two of the screens where someone is like standing in between and talking about the lot and pointing. Yes, Oro.
For us to go back to our starting point, the gate area, we have to fly out of here in a shuttle and get back to where we started, right? Because we can't just blind hop. But
You
the
don't-
Kappa could blind hop if they really wanted to.
If they have something for it. Like, yokai are inherently, well, most of them are inherently able to shift to a different reality. These two brothers, they've been on refuge for years, and unless they have the means to leave, they're stuck here.
Would it be? It would delay me further, leaving you two to like kind of try to engage this on your own for a second. But I could try sabotaging the elevator to prevent security and from coming or for them escaping.
Sure.
It would be more from
Nope.
them escaping, because you took care of everyone down there.
You mean the old man and Doc Ock?
Yep.
That's security? Oh wow. Okay.
The other ones, the guy normally...
Like Dr.
Everyone's armed! Why would
That's
you...
fair. That's fair. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. We don't, the main thing is they can't leave. That's the thing. If they leave, then it's pretty much done. So. Okay. I'm going to try to sabotage the elevator in a discreet manner, where someone's just gonna have to call the maintenance guy.
Oh, that sucks so much.
I'm just gonna open up just gonna shimmy off the panel, reach inside of my arm, and just rip out a bunch of wires.
You don't need to roll for that. You don't know what you did, but the radio plays the same like 2-second loop over and over. The lights are flashing, the elevator vibrates, and the doors, while they're open, they seem to be in, like it's impossible for them to close anymore. They sort of like start to close and then reopen. Start to close. They just bug like that.
I'm reminded of it's one of those tricks like video game designers work. It's like, yes, this is a ship. There's a lot of rooms, but you can't go here anymore.
Yep, that's it.
All right. I will make haste to join up, and hopefully they haven't gotten into too much trouble yet.
Well, speaking of trouble, Captain Solo, you need to get into the VIP room.
I do, apparently.
How do you do that?
By chatting with everybody along the way very loudly, about the auction, talking about how that looks good, that's nice, patting people on the back and talking as if I know them. Great to see you. Oh, that's amazing. Ha ha! Hey, I didn't think you'd make it out of there. Oh, ho, ho. I thought you were still in prison. And then as I get up to the guy at the door, like walk backwards past him for a second because I'm still holding the jar of pickles, and then turn slightly and then just walk past him like he's not there with a ha-ha pointing to someone else at the auction being like, you better win that or I'm gonna come for you.
Exactly like what happened with Junko earlier. Can you give me performance? Spirit and performance.
But I have one in spirit. So this will be great. It will be great.
2 successes. Yay.
2 successes. You would need 1 more.
Oh, you can get the. Oh, yeah, we can. If you want to.
You got the Inyo.
Yeah, we can. We can.
I
we
get,
can-
yeah, you know what? He is a very grieved man, so he would use the Inyos because he's just, ha ha, yes! And then he would just gently pat the guard on the back, being like, ha ha, good to see you, Frank, and then walk past him.
Oh, Jesus. He's back. A little bit confused, but you do come into the VIP bar just as you splash Hachi with your drink, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
Hachi goes, what the hell do you think you're doing? In my
What?
only suit?
You're in my
ruined
way.
my only suit.
Watch where you're going.
I'm not going anywhere. You're the one moving. I'm a
No,
mother-
you're in my way. Now get. You got some on my dress. What the hell?
This is worth more than your entire
I doubt
home.
that. I doubt that. I'm
This-
sorry, but you got scammed if you think that's worth anything.
I'm gonna ask you to give me some sort of manipulation.
Manipulation? Okay, yeah, spirit manipulation. Alright, yeah, I'm good. Alright, let's get him.
Get him. Get
Oh
him.
God, I do not get him.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wow,
Did you
that's
use your
that's-
Inyo?
No, I didn't.
If you do use it, you succeed. Because he's got 1 in resistance.
Sure, yeah, why not? Let's get some danger in here, sure. God,
He
that
just
is
goes,
that is garbage.
I'm gonna have to.
You should really tell that really looks like a knockoff. You can tell by the you can. I'm going to press my luck and try and put a tracker on this thing.
Ooh.
He goes to like.
So
pat
I'm gonna
himself
I'm
down.
gonna grab the jacket and just like see you can and just bring it up to him and then just kind of like
Stick the tracker to it at the same time.
yeah on with like the other hand just like that just kind of like
That's gonna be a little bit harder.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
give me stealth. And while you do that, he just goes, "Where's my phone? I'm gonna order a new one. Where's my phone? Where's my?"
okay.
Uh-oh. Worlds are colliding.
Yep. Collided.
This is Hachi, by the way. And
This is
Daisuke is the
Hachi.
one.
Daisuke-
Dais-
Daisuke's
Daisuke-
They
With the
gonna
bracelet.
They
That's
already in the
Pat laid out on the bed.
On the couch, yeah.
2 successes. God, at least I got something.
And 2 successes is just enough. He
Okay.
says, "Give me that," and he takes his jacket back. He's like, "You don't know what true fashion is." And as he sort of gets like even more irate at not finding his phone, he'll turn around and go ask the bartender, completely ignoring him. He smells so bad.
Hmm.
Like, he smells of pickles and rotten eggs.
Okay.
That's, yeah. Your drink on, like, that you've spilled on himself probably did him a favor,
Yeah.
but he might not know it.
Disinfectant. Okay.
Speaking of pickles, as this is happening, we see Leslie go to the other side of the room where the couches are.
Yeah.
Where I surreptitiously, yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not using words tonight. Where I sort of casually sit down and sort of push the pickle jar off to the side. Already open because I opened it before the thing there, but I want to push it off the side maybe without anybody noticing it. So I guess stealth?
Yeah. Well, do you want Daisuke to notice it, though?
No, I kind of want to push it away so it looks like it's because you said he already ordered a jar previously.
Yeah, at the very beginning of the night.
So is there an empty jar nearby?
Yeah, it's like at his feet. Well, at his feet. No, because it would have floated away. I keep forgetting we're in zero gravity. It's somewhere in the
blast.
room.
Okay. Then. Actually, no, I won't stealth it because it's not going to stay on the table. I'm just going to sort of stand in front of him, pull up the jar of pickles, and be like, hey, somebody ordered this jar of pickles for a high roller or something? And I'm just going to sort of like hold it out confusedly, like, I don't know. I don't know. You guys? Big shots? I don't know. Somebody over there. I'm just gonna point wavily to the other side of the room. Ah, that guy. You know him. And I'm gonna point to his brother.
He begins to lick his lips and goes, no, this is mine. It's mine. I ordered it. I ordered it. Gimme.
No, man. I was just bringing it over for friend thing. Hey,
He takes like a handful of it out of the sort of, because it's not liquid, it's like jelly-ish inside, and retrieves it. His hand is like drooping, and of course the sleeve goes down a bit, and you do catch like part of the golden bracelet, and he just shoves the pickles in his mouth like okay.
Oh, no,
I
he
need
ate
to
all
know what the fuck happens with this. Like, what do I need to
the-
roll
he ate
for all this
all the-
poison?
He ate the poison.
Ate all the drugged pickles.
Well, the snake skill poison at the start of each of their turns, they just start taking 2 points of damage
Good.
until they make a difficulty 4 endurance check, or until someone else makes a difficulty 4 medicine check with a first aid kit to be like, hey man, you're poisoned. The Silverlight Dust, they have to make a difficulty 4 also endurance check, or they just lose all their memories of the past hour.
He's gonna lose his memory or he's gonna be dead.
Okay.
Why not
Let's-
both?
Let's do this.
He will not remember anything regardless of it. Like, whatever happens, he will not remember.
Oh,
Either
boy.
it's temporary or it's forever.
Okay, how many successes do I need for the silver dust?
It's difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4?
Gave him
They're
like
both difficulty 4.
give him cyanide. He gave him like cyanide.
Let's stock up on poison.
I
for the next
fail.
mission.
Oh.
Poison seems very handy.
Serpent
So-
scale? I fail.
So he just suddenly forgets the past hour and then suddenly starts, I guess, vomiting or getting sick.
It's 2 damage per turn, you said, right?
Oh.
He finishes the jar of pickles and he goes, what am I doing here? Where are we? Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh, and he gets up and you hear the loudest fucking fart you've heard ever in your life. I need to make a focus check.
Are you gonna have to make like a? Are you gonna have to
Okay.
Captain
It-
gonna have to make a roll? Because
It doesn't activate his gas-based attack,
That's what
because
I'm
it's
saying,
just
like-
part of
Oh,
his
God.
anatomy. He's just and he just pukes like half-eaten pickles and blood on the dancer, who just goes, what the fuck, man? And the dancer just gets away from there. Everyone begins to freak out because this big ass
man.
orange man is now
Man.
torpedo puking on the table, on the couch. He looks up. His like he's foaming at the mouth. By the way, that's like turn number 2. And he just shouts out like, brother, I'm dying.
I'll join in and turn to story. It's like, oh man, hey, your friend's sick. I think he drank too much.
Give me manipulation.
Oh, one spirit again.
Oh no. God damn. Nice.
The brother goes, no, we can't do that yet. We can't do that yet. He rushes over, grabs the arm with the bracelet, and Daisuke just goes, Hachi! Pukes a bit on his brother. I'll make it. Go to Senzo. Go get Senzo.
I'm not gonna let his brother finish that because I'm gonna stealth attack, kill him with a garrote. So when his other brother comes to grab the sick one, I'm just gonna immediately get behind him and start put a garrote on him for a stealth kill, or an attempted stealth kill.
Well, you're gonna have to give me that stealth check first
Please
Yep.
don't be all the men with the guns.
against his awareness base.
The opportunity
Oh.
presents itself.
I guess that would make sense if it was. No, it's a third rating one. Yeah, okay.
Bang! Yes. 2, 4,
Hell
6.
yeah. Jeez, that's the most yeah.
You begin to choke the brother, and we're gonna go into like cinematic time for a second. His Daisuke just dies on the table, and you notice when he falls over on the table, there's like this puddle of liquid that comes out of his hair.
Oh no, the brain juices.
Well,
Oh,
because
okay.
Kappa's
Yeah, the head juices. Yeah, the head water.
Just because they have a mask doesn't mean
Oh, the head water.
that it's
Oh.
yeah. The other begins to try to fight against you. Freaks
really
out.
Garrotes also increase the damage dealt by 3, I guess. So
Oh, it's
that
instant
initial
kill because
damage
of its
is-
threat rating.
Oh.
He
He
doesn't
also
have
rolled 6
time
successes on him.
to say more than something like treacherous shinobi. Will get you, Sanzo. In the common room, people are freaking out now. Some of the people from the VIP room ran out of the bar screaming, like, someone's dying! Like, the first person came out, like, asking, like, someone has a trauma kit. And then the second person that came out just yelled out, like, murder!
Oh no!
Oro, it's a panic. The alert level is gonna go up by 1.
Which is good. Because
How
I
is this
have.
good?
Well, it
That-
will be
that's,
good.
that's in character. That's in character. But like, I'm impressed that you took that thing. You took him out.
Well,
Excuse
I
me.
saw an
Hell yeah.
I have a trauma
opportunity.
kit. Just going into the VIP room.
You hear, as you go into the VIP, you hear the sound of so many weapons being drawn and powered up. You enter the VIP room to see the twin brothers now dead. The robot bartender just simply like looking. 2 of the other patrons and the 2 dancers. So the 2 dancers, basically, the woman is trying to clean up the guy, and the guy is like taking whatever piece of material there is nearby to like wipe himself off. He's like, oh, that's fucking disgusting. The other 2 people that were there they have gotten, they look like guns that shoot needles or something
It was real bad. Don't
out of their like sleeves, and they're looking around, basically staring at Aya and Leslie. Though when you come in, one of them turns around and points the gun straight at you. What the fuck's going here?
Hold up, everybody, calm down, and I will very slowly, stand up off the body. I will pull out my gun just, to like show them, and then put it back, and I'll be like, internal security here, guys. Everything's under control now. And this is part of my technique or of authority that when the alert level is at, goes up, civilians just assume that I'm like an authority figure or in a law enforcement
Oh,
official.
of course.
So
Sake.
since the
Oh,
alert
I
my
light
think,
has
I think,
gone
I
off,
think I was gonna be like, okay, you guys said, and they just said like we said police. I'm like, oh no.
I was.
no, I didn't say
wondering-
police. I just said internal security for like this operation. So I've just told they essentially believe that I'm the security for this operation, and now I'm going to tell them like, hey, these guys were planning to break and rob this whole thing. We've been
Really good. one.
tracking their movements
Okay,
since
good,
they
yeah,
entered,
yeah.
and we took them out. What did you think was gonna happen? We're not the fucking police. We weren't gonna send them off to jail. They were gonna rob us, and we stopped them. If any of the rest of you plan something like this is what happens. And when I say that, I'm gonna like kick the corpse. Now, if you don't mind,
you
I think
kick
we
the
have
corpse of
a,
Hachi.
operation.
Something falls off of his jacket when you kick him. A black chicken paw. Chicken foot.
I'll glance at it, but since I'm in the middle of like grandizing, I'm just gonna continue on and be like, you know, we're in the middle of something here. Now, if you all don't mind, we'd like to clean this up. The rest of you, please enjoy the rest of your evening with our compliment. And then I'm just gonna sort of like walk towards the rest of them and try to essentially shoo people out of the VIP room.
Yeah. Okay. But now, okay. With
A mummified, I'm sorry, it's a mummified raptor claw. So
okay.
probably of like an eagle or something.
Do we know the significance of that? Sounds familiar.
Are you back on the group chat?
Yes. We. Yeah. We.
Okay.
Group chat?
Yeah, that was all entirely on the group chat.
No, but I mean, is Benjiro there?
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
so.
Now we. Yeah. Like just the shit talking was
Poor
not.
Ventura.
The claw agents, the claw, that's a rift claw. That's they were probably going to attempt to leave this world.
Ooh.
The claw probably leads them to they mentioned a Sanzo before, correct?
Yes.
This is probably you should take the claw, come back home.
Okay. Can we? Should we buy?
What about-
Yeah. Should we get the drone? We have the money, I think.
And it's not supposed to be here. It shouldn't even exist.
Yes, do that.
Okay.
Or is this gonna like squeeze through the crowd of very like? I'm assuming they're lowering their guns due to the captain's bold
Yes.
display
Well, if
of
the
authority.
captain also comes out, like the two people that you've basically like told inside the bar are going to come out and like spread the word that someone tried to fuck us over. Thankfully, security was here. Like, thank God for the organizers of this. Like, they have they have a hand on their a handle on their
Thank
shit.
God.
Like,
Thank
for
thank
Captain
goodness.
Harrison Solo.
Thank goodness for the mercenary security. The mercenary security.
Oh.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Um,
use my body and athletics to hopefully be able to pick up both these guys because we don't want them to stay here where they could
Mm-hmm.
be poked and prodded.
What's your body stat?
3.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah. You can.
I'll take care of the heavy lifting. We should get these guys back on the ship.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you take care of that.
So, a thought just occurs to me.
Hmm.
Not technically related, but that lady did steal Hachi's phone.
Do you guys see her in the crowd?
Just swing around with the two bodies just flopping side to side as I take a look.
Yeah.
I say as our GM gets up.
Yeah. I didn't. There's some. I felt something in that. That speech you gave. That's some quick thinking.
That's a good job.
I'll be honest, I thought you were just like completely off the cuff. Like a guy who thinks he's a whiz in the kitchen and just starts like juggling knives and suddenly his hand gets cut off.
I have juggled knives in the past.
That does not surprise me in the slightest.
It was my brief stint in the circus.
You're right, Captain.
Not an actual captain, though. Just
Right.
for now.
Right.
Sorry,
So-
nose again. Yes, you do see her. She pretty much stands out once you know who to look for.
I mean,
We gotta wait for the auction and maybe need to.
How
see
much
if we can get
money
Hutchie's
is
phone
in
back.
there? Yeah, like
Oh yeah, can I like take off that bracelet and hand it to Junko?
When you
I will-
open
you know,
it,
goes with their outfit.
there's a black card with a platinum band in it. The opposite of the card that was given to the guard
Yeah.
originally.
Mhm.
You have the technology to read up what's on it. It's $1.5 billion.
Can that be Can I take money out of this, or is this like a one?
No, it's like a check type of thing. It's more like
Like a
a
check
it's a,
thing,
like a
like, it's
cold
not gonna-
crypto wallet or some shit.
All or nothing.
No, because I was trying to see if I could like easily
Well, you
bribe.
you could, but like you'd have to go to like, quote unquote an
yeah,
ATM for
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's this? Where's the space ATM?
This is like a cred chip. Everything is space something in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go. What was her name? Our thief.
Did she have a name?
Yes, she was Miss Wise something.
Oh, Miss
Miss
Wise.
Wise is how you said
It was
Yeah.
Wise something, but I guess
Yeah.
it's just Miss Wise.
Yeah. I'll go up to her and yeah,
Can I help you?
can I have something back?
I don't know what you mean.
That gentleman's
Did you
cell
pull
phone.
something?
Oh, that gentleman's cell phone.
Oh, the gentleman that was murdered. I don't think
Yes.
he's gonna need his cell phone anymore.
Well, I think we will need it.
And you are?
Security for here.
You look familiar.
Get that a lot.
Yeah, you've got that.
Of those faces. But
Yeah.
we just need his phone to check out. You can do whatever you want with the other ones. It's fine. It's just that one. Broke some
I
major rules.
understand. I didn't know this person was going to try to murder us. And
Oh,
she unzips part of her dress. Now, again, this is technology that you're aware of, Aya. It's like a skin pouch.
Mhm.
So the zipper is like on her skin. Like it's not a dress.
Yeah.
The dress that she's wearing is probably just some sort of like overlay or something, and she's
Yeah.
mostly naked
it's
right
a
now.
similar. Yeah. Well, it's a slightly
And,
different variation of what Aya has with the
Yeah,
collar
basically.
clothing.
Out
Yeah.
from like under her rib cage, she produces the cell phone. Of course, skin pouches are dry and safe. There's no problem with that. She readjusts herself and the dress after.
Mhm.
Have a good night.
All right. All right.
And
yeah,
thank you
well,
for the security.
Yes, we can overlook everything that's here. Anything. Yeah.
Top
Other
notch.
altercations are minor, so you know. All right.
You hear over your comm. You know, she'd be a good agent. She's very stealthy.
Cost might be more than we're willing to, or we have access to. Here.
And I just at the end of that conversation, sneak up.
Do I have my
behind-
bracelet? I want to make sure for a while. I hung on to my bracelet. I don't want her taking my bracelet.
Check the pockets.
So the thing is the briefcase wasn't full of like gold bars or anything, but the briefcase
Yeah.
still has a certain weight that you would
Yeah.
feel if
Yeah, I know. I
It-
like she's been.
You
well,
still
she's
have
been
it.
stealing
You
cell
still
Have
have
be
it.
phones.
be careful of a
I
master
don't
thief.
wanna. I don't want like my
hands over
stuff's
the
in
phone
there.
with one
Okay,
hand, grabs $1.5 billion with the other.
Those 3 successes enough to sneak up on the master thief and Junko as they're finishing the conversation, just to sort of like step up just behind them and sort of put like a gentle hand like sort of on her shoulder, on the Mrs. Y's shoulder, and then the other sort of like half on like the side, sort of like I'm trying to be familiar with her, kind of like to get her attention, and as I'm doing so, I'm gonna try to put the tracker where, like, I just saw her, like, she was putting on her little skin bit, so I'm gonna try to put it just behind, because as I said, I'm trying to be familiar, so I'm trying to, like, shock her and startle her, you know, to get her off balance.
3 successes, yep. Right on the mark. She turns to you and goes, "Can I help you?"
No, just security, you know, as we had said. I was just checking in. Wanted to make sure you didn't have any more light fingers.
I feel like security is very tight tonight.
Ha!
I'm
Yes.
fine. You can go along your way now.
I'll take my hands back. Oh, haha, yes, ma'am. Security is always tight. No. Anyways, Junko, we should analyze these base information we have gathered tonight.
Yeah, see what
Haha.
see what they're up to.
Well, have a good night. And she can't wait to get away from now 2 security people. And we're going to end on the 3 of you basically going back home with the twins dead, the claw. Oh, the briefcase you wanted to get. What did you want to do with the briefcase and the money and or the blueprints?
Get the drone. And
Oh,
then
Get the
destroy
drone.
and
You
then
easily
destroy-
win.
I think we
Like,
should-
it's way too much for
We
what
should
the
just-
drone is going for.
If it's weird for security to win an auction, I was thinking maybe you could tap your new contact friend that you were a second spy to and have him bid for us.
Yeah, we can just tell Joseph to bid for it. Because I also, as we go to leave, I just like handily toss him his little tracker and say, "All right, mission accomplished." Pat him on the back. See you in the office. Well, probably not, but you know, the way things go.
You hear him mutter something along the lines of, "She can't hide my kids from me."
There's this.
Oh,
No, let's not go back home yet. I want to follow this story. I want to follow this thread.
Joseph is now our new best friend. He's gonna become our handler.
Let's
He's
bring
on-
Yosef.
uh,
Let's bring
uh,
Yosef into the fold.
Agent Leslie, I heard that. I resent that.
Oh,
Your
that
handler
helps.
has to be a very proficient person. I am capable enough. Thank you for retrieving the blueprints for everything. I will await you at home. Good job, agents. Benjiro out. End.
Can I keep
An
something?
end conversation. Stop. Stop recording. Stop. End conversation.
Ah.
Cancel. Can't.
I think yeah, like I think we hang up or whatever the thing is before. Before we leave these 2, or do we need to do? I'm gonna keep one of the masks. I think.
Oh, I thought you were bringing the 2 back to Nakanotsumi.
Yeah, we are, but I want to make sure I want to keep one of the masks.
Oh,
once
they
we get
both
'em out of the way.
still have
Yeah.
them on the on
Yeah,
their
I'll take
heads.
one of them. Yeah.
Oh, the yokai
Yeah, the
disguise.
moment
I
you
will-
remove the mask, you would notice that their masks are so it's mostly white-ish, kind of like a porcelain face with just like accents drawn like eyebrows and like cheek not dimples, but like, you know, like the cheek lines basically, like I don't it's getting late, y'all. Basically this, and like where the lips would be, where the nose would be a bit, this is all painted in brown, which remind everyone that there's an actual like hierarchy of mask colors. These 2 were at the very bottom of the ladder.
Good, because this is maybe something for the future, just in case, because I have something where I can use those masks. I guess.
And
Me too.
with that done, we'll see where our next episode takes us. But thank
Yeah.
you so much, everyone, for coming. the first part of this mission is now over.
Hey,
Success.
man, I thought I was doing pretty well with just like the sneaking around, and then suddenly
Metal Gear Solid.
Well, I hate the
Leslie
fact that
just
the
fully dives in and just snaps a neck and poisons him.
I mean,
The
to
fact-
be fair, I was more thinking like I didn't know how effective the poison be. I was more thinking I was like, oh, I'll poison him, he'll get sick and maybe like go to the bathroom.
He's just
And I can like.
We should all get poisoned. We should stock up on poison. That was so helpful.
This is so well. Okay, so here's the thing. It was very useful on them because
They were
of
they're
their
very low level,
vitality
right?
and yeah.
I got the hint that
Right.
maybe they weren't super powerful.
Yeah, there were weak low level guys. It's probably not super effective all the time. Plus, I remember the whole they like cucumbers and they're eating pickles. I was like, oh, cool. I'm just gonna put poison in the cucumbers. Sweet.
It's
Like,
look in a fair
fine.
fight, any one of you could take on both of them and win.
Really?
It's like we decided to
Thought that'd
like
be a
you know,
little tougher than that.
here's this low level enemy. We're gonna use our highest ability to just like annihilate them. Yeah, right now.
Well,
Sometimes.
How did they rob a
Got it.
bank and get away with it in that league?
the power of narrative.
Oh, gotcha.
Like
No,
I
but
said,
to
I
give
also
you-
saw an opportunity.
To give you an idea, Kappas have a 8 vitality. I don't remember how much. I think all of you like started at 10, right?
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so
They
also,
can. Yep.
also like this is a pointer for us. Do not get poisoned.
Yeah.
It seems bad. We are
Um,
not much. We are not much tougher than these kappas are.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. In a fair fight, both of them would win easily against one of them, but would fail utterly against 2 of them or 3 of them. It's just if they team up against someone, they have a way to keep each other alive all the time.
Oh. So yeah, you really do want to take
Also, we're
Um,
ninjas.
take
why
amount of
would we have
ones
fair
to
fights?
get them isolated.
yeah,
We
the
always
thing
like-
is that's what Achi was going to do, use his powers to just heal his brother from the poison, but then someone decided to corrode him.
I mean, yeah.
Nice.
But hey, thank you everyone for stopping by tonight. We started a little bit late. I apologize for that, but that's what real life is will do for you. I'm not going to disturb Lucky, but to everyone who came in at the start and got the cat update, he's fine. He's probably sleeping in a drawer. He found a way to get inside a drawer in the bathroom, and that's his spot now.
That's his spot.
Thank you everyone for coming by. I'll do my spiel last. I'll let the players go first. We'll do same order as we did the intros. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what was your favorite moment of tonight. We'll start with Haya.
Hey everyone, I'm Lynn. Gremlin Art pretty much everywhere on socials. Blue Sky, you can find my art and what I'm doing, what streams I'm doing next. And next time you'll see me is on Friday on Twitch at the other doc where we are doing Accounts of London, and it's like a bunch of ne'er-do-wells that own a bookshop and trade around Eldritch tomes, and like I play one particularly awful mercenary in that. And on Saturdays on this channel we play Cyan Birth of New Gods, where I get to play Kitsune Godling, and we are helping unionize, aka like fix hell, one of the hells. So that's on
All of the
Saturday.
hells. It's
All the
actually
hells,
all
yeah.
of the hells.
All the hells, yeah. And I like the swift like 1-2 punch of these combos just getting like taken out like one after another. It was very
Murdered.
effective. And then diffuse the situation with a bunch of criminals with guns.
Yeah, that ability, Air of Authority, is OP. Thank you, Lynn, for playing tonight. I was gonna say coming by, but regular. Thanks for playing. I am super tired. Oro, you're next.
Hey, I'm Yutsai. You find me on Blue Sky. Yeah, Yutsai. Had a lot of fun today. honestly, best part I think for me was just kind of like seeing more of everyone's abilities. I don't know what everything that you two can do, so every time you pull out something new, it's like, what? You can do that? I want to do that, but I can't have all the cool powers at once. Which makes it balanced, makes it fun, makes me want to play another ninja one of these days with a different skill set. But yeah, had a lot of fun today. I think that was everything you asked for. Oh, and I won't be here for a while, or it will disappear to the ether for a bit.
Yeah, we'll fix that, but we'll lose Oro for a couple of weeks. He will be back in a narratively appropriate moment. I can't guarantee that because I don't know how the next sessions are going to go. But yes, he's coming back, and we're going to have someone else in the meantime. But I'm keeping it secret. And last but not least, Captain
I'm
Soul.
Justin, otherwise known as Captain Harrison Solo, who made a mess of things, sort of cleaned them up, mostly. You can find me all over the place, but my favorite moment this night was probably when Junko got not discovered, but had her past pop up by the guard, and I'm sure that'll be fun when we ever have future discoveries when we come back to here later and we get to the more populous areas and we have people being like, hey, is that the idol that I love? So that'll be amusing.
Yep. Thanks for playing. Everyone, thank you again for being here. I am Simon at Wandering DM, and I absolutely loved to see how my players have navigated this. This is, of course, the second time I play Shadow Scar, period. I mean, I've played the, playtest beta way back when it wasn't known as Shadow Scar, but I don't think I'm allowed to talk about that too much. And it's kind of cool to see how I present the puzzle and then you just do whatever you want / can to go through it and solve it. I had no idea where we were gonna go tonight. What would happen if one or both the brothers would have survived or fled. Who knows? But I'm very happy about the results and how it came down, and I can't wait, all of the other little parts of this adventure, how the three of you are going to solve that. On that note, you can find me again on Saturday, like Lynn said, for Scion, Birth of the New Gods. And because I will not forget tonight, and most friends are gone right now because it's late, but Miss Magitech is currently having her series premiere on her channel of Armored Hearts, which is a I think it's a spin on Girl by Moonlight, but it's like a Gundam, mecha version of Girl by Moonlight. Yeah, I'm pretty certain we're gonna lose Lynn, but let's drop by, share the love, and we will see you next week. Have a good night, everyone.